So I got a great question this week about how to try and stay where you are in the present moment, in the now, and not to be worrying about the future or rehashing the past. And also, when you're in that moment, how to appreciate those things that you have in the moment, and maybe not be thinking about the things that you don't have, or you want, or you think you need. And to be honest, I think this is something a lot of people struggle with, including myself. My nature is to be kind of running 100 miles an hour and going through things and not really thinking too much about what's going on at the moment. And the other thing that I definitely struggle with is stopping and appreciating all the things that are right here in front of me. But what I did learn, and what I find is very useful and might be useful for you as well, is that when I studied with Shifu Yanzi and Shifu Yan Li, Buddhist monks, Zen Buddhist monks from the Shaolin Temple, I went to them to learn how to fight, but they actually taught me how to meditate, how to breathe, and how to free my mind from all those kind of shackles that it was in before. And they had talked about treating everybody and everything with warmth and compassion and love. And it's only now, many years later, that I actually kind of understand what they were talking about. So for people, treating everybody with respect and devotion and love and compassion, understanding that they are suffering too. I can understand that. So that's the kind of the easier one for me, because we meet people, some people we like, but for those people that maybe we don't like, that we kind of recognize that they're suffering a bit more too, and that we can not be judgmental and not be kind of giving out about them. So I think most of us are kind of good at rationalizing that we should be good to other humans, warm and respectful to other humans. The thing that really has helped me though is that we should be also showing respect and devotion to all the things that we touch. Now this is the thing that I used to struggle with, but now it's kind of helped me slow down and appreciate things more. Because if I rush through life and pick up this phone and do this video and then fly off on my bike somewhere else, then I definitely am stopping and appreciating what's going on. But if I treat this phone that I'm touching as a sacred object that should be respected and has its place in my life, and that I should be grateful for, then that slows me down and it helps me appreciate the phone and all the effort that went into it, and probably the money that I spent on it, and the things it allows me to do. And likewise then, instead of just throwing my clothes on this morning, if I stop for a moment and again treat the clothes as something sacred, something really valuable, something that must be respected, then I treat them differently. And I also think about putting them on in a slightly different way. They become more valuable. And again, that stops me in my tracks a little bit, which is a good thing, and it slows me down. And it helps me appreciate the many, many things that we all have every day that we may not appreciate as much as we should. Well, I definitely struggle with that. So that's how I would approach it. So to try and stop worrying about what's going to happen, or maybe beating yourself up about what happened in the past. Instead, trying to remember throughout the day to treat everyone and everything as sacred. Treat everyone and everything with compassion and respect, and treat everyone and everything with love. That'll help us.